Yo, it is nearly 7:30. Yeah, it's 7:30, and I'm just walking to the gym. I kind of wanted to start filming this a little sooner. I was hoping I'd find a place where the wind was buffeted enough that I'd be intelligible, but we just gotta make do. So the recommendation of the physiotherapist, once my actual physiotherapy routine was starting to actually help, was to get back on the treadmill and walk uphill. So I'm at the 1 mile mark now, and I'm kind of over that route, like a guest. Just got a bit of a rhythm going. Didn't exactly run it, didn't exactly being on the elliptical, but this is more about healing an injury than improving my cardio. We'll do both. It's meant to heal an injury more so than anything. So I'm happy to keep rolling with it. About halfway there. Trying to get a little bit blown up. So I'll go for the full mile and then just see how much farther I feel going after that. So I got a little impatient and sped things up for a quarter mile, and now I'm really getting blown up, so I'm turning that back down. Almost at the mile mark now. This actually reminds me of when I used to live about a mile uphill a few years ago. So simply walking home. And then I had to walk a mile uphill to get home. It was super satisfying, and I was always exhausted. Well, not always exhausted when I got in, but felt like I got in some exercise simply walking home. It was awesome. I live somewhere quite flat now, just up 3 flights of stairs in an apartment block. Not quite the same. So it's weirdly nostalgic in a way. Just continuously walking uphill like this for a mile. But if this is what makes my hamstrings get better, so be it. And there we go. That's the 1 mile mark. I'm just going to keep it up for a little while, just until I really feel done. What I'm noticing is walking uphill like this is forcing my legs into that full range of movement the physiotherapist was telling me about, which should strengthen the muscles around it I've neglected. I'll explain afterwards. All right, I think that's enough. So I'll flatten the incline, cool down a little, and then report back. Yo, so I've got the light on. I said I was going to elaborate on the range of movement in my leg. As you can see, it's still kind of fat. Getting a lot stronger, though. Not as strong as it was about 6 years ago, but hey-ho. Now, I gotta warn you, if you're one of those people who gets really grossed out by body parts moving in slightly unusual ways, I'm going to be showing you how hypermobile my knee is. Well, my knees are, technically, but I'm just only going to be showing one leg. If this sort of thing bothers you, stop watching the video now, because that's all that's left in the video. I promise you, if you're not into this, you ain't going to miss much else. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so my knee kind of bends a little bit too far back. It's sort of hard for me to show on camera. I think that's normally supposed to be about the regular range of movement for a knee, and then mine goes that little bit further. For the longest time, I don't know, maybe about 6 or 7 years, I'd seen videos of people completely wrecking their knees doing a leg press at the gym, fully allowing their legs to extend and breaking them. Now, I always knew that's not how you're supposed to do a leg press at the gym, and I have never done it. I've always made sure my legs didn't fully extend on that particular machine. However, it had a subconscious effect on me. I started not allowing my legs to do that full range of movement, especially after I got my first, particularly bad running injury. So I was trying to make it so that, around this was the full extent I would ever let my leg extend instead of all the way out like this. And it's caused all the muscles around my knees to start weakening. And over the last 5 or 6 years, and especially every time I got another injury, I've been overcorrecting for what I thought was an unnatural amount of movement in my leg, what was actually perfectly normal for my physiology. So now I know how to allow it to happen. And that's why walking uphill on the treadmill is really good for me. It allows me to get that full range of movement in my leg, really feel it happening, and really allow it to happen. So anyway, that's that. Now that I've actually stopped being afraid of the idea that I'm bracing my leg too far back, and now that I know that that's just normal and not a sign of injury, I imagine a lot of these problems I've been having with my legs will finally start going away. And I'm feeling pretty optimistic about it. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.